Today we meet Eileen, a retired Brookline resident who has been driving for Lyft for 6 years.
Hi, my name's Eileen and I live in Brookline. When I retired from my day job, some friends suggested that I drive for Lyft. I was looking for a way to make some money and I wanted to work part-time. It was perfect. I loved driving for Lyft. I lived on the South Shore. I would do morning rush hours and then go to the Y and do my exercise class or my yoga class. I was able to earn enough money and it was fun. I loved meeting new people, going new places. I got used to using the GPS system and that was very easy and I really enjoyed it. I had never had a chance to use it as a passenger until recently when I had an eye infection and I couldn't drive. And again, I used it probably 6 or 8 times and the experience was excellent. I had a good experience as a driver and a passenger and always felt safe in both capacities. So I highly recommend it. I recommend it to a lot of my senior friends. It's an easy way to, when you're not able to drive to the airport or whatever, to get around. And the app is really user-friendly. So give it a try. It's not brain surgery.
Thank you very much for sharing your story with us, Eileen. Eileen is a great example of adapting to this ever-changing world of technology.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about rideshare. Uber and Lyft are the two main rideshare companies. We are here to help you have a great rideshare trip. Like Eileen, we want older adults to stay active and mobile in their communities, and rideshare can be a great option.
We want to let you in on a little secret. You can practice how to use the app for future trips and get to be a pro without riding today. We're going to show you how to do that. One other thing, these apps give you a lot of information on a small screen. So put on your reading glasses and get in the habit of scanning the screen clockwise and top to bottom. And by the way, Uber and Lyft, they change the app from time to time, and they change the placement of items on the screen, so be prepared. To begin, open up the Uber or Lyft app, whichever you prefer, by tapping the icon on your phone screen. Look for a box asking you, where do you want to go? Now the search bar will usually say where to or destination. The destination is where we want to travel to. Below the search bar are various destinations based on your past trips. You can tap on one of these or you can tap inside the search bar. This will make a keyboard pop up and you can type in the address where you want to travel to. But it doesn't always work like that all the time, does it, Maria?
You do have to be careful to select the address in the community you want to get to. It seems like they ran out of names in Massachusetts. For example, there seems to be a Washington Street in every community. Another thing, if your destination is a public location, like the public library or a popular shopping spot, you probably won't need to add the street number. It will pop up when you start typing the destination. For example, Star Market or Stop and Shop.
Once you select a destination or type in a new one, the app will automatically bring up this next screen. It has a lot of information, so let's take some time to walk through it slowly. First, there's a map. It shows you the route from your current location to your destination. If it does not look accurate, use that back button, which is an arrow on the left-hand side of the screen. It's your best friend when you need to make a change, edit things, or just back out entirely. You will often see cars on the map. They almost look to me like ants. The Uber or Lyft app picks the vehicle that comes to you, however. You will see an estimated pickup and arrival time, and at the bottom of the screen, you can select the type of vehicle you want to ride in. This area also shows you the total price you'll be paying for the trip, including any tolls. Now, when I ride, I usually take an Uber X, but hey Maria, what type of vehicle do you usually take?
I usually get the Uber X or Lyft, depending on your app. These are the most common types of vehicles and are often the least expensive. It will be a 4-door sedan or a small SUV. But say you're going to the airport and need a larger vehicle. There is something called Lyft Comfort, and Uber XL that can take more people and additional bags. In some areas, you can set your app to get a WAV vehicle if needed, wheelchair accessible vehicle. This is helpful for people with mobility issues. Pick a vehicle that suits your needs for that particular trip. But if you scroll down the page, you will see lots of other vehicle options and even public transportation. The vehicle options vary in different cities and locations. The Confirm button for both Uber and Lyft is at the very bottom of the page. When you tap that button, you are confirming the size and type of vehicle and the price that you will pay. You still have not booked the trip. Uber and Lyft now ask you to confirm your pickup location. It's best to double-check the physical address of where you are. The app is using a GPS, and that can often be slightly off. If the pickup spot is incorrect, both Lyft and Uber allow you to make changes here to the location. At the time of this recording, Uber and Lyft are also asking riders to confirm they are wearing a mask. They require their drivers to wear a mask as well.
Suppose there's no place that a vehicle can pull over. There's no driveway. It's a super busy street. It simply isn't safe for the driver to stop there or for you to enter the car. You may want to walk to a better pickup spot and put in the exact address of that new location. After helping hundreds and hundreds of riders with these apps, Maria and I have found that things tend to go wrong at the pickup location because of this. In crowded locations, it's sometimes difficult for a driver to find the passenger, or the pickup spot is not really clearly designated. Remember, the driver is moving rapidly in a car, and he or she must be able to stop and identify you. So speaking of being able to stop, this is as far as you can go without requesting a vehicle immediately. So practice with the app, take your phone out, try it at home. Take time when you have the ability to explore it a bit. Now we're going to show you what happens after you request and confirm the vehicle. The screen is going to darken for a few minutes while the app searches for a vehicle for you. Once Uber or Lyft have confirmed the vehicle, you will see vital information on the screen. This is something to pay attention to. You are going to see the name of the driver, the license plate of the car. Just remember, you only need the first 3 digits in your mind, and the type of car, make, and model. Why? You want to know that you are going to travel with the right driver in the right car. And you'll see the driver rating. The driver rating will always be above 4.6, meaning riders just like you have taken the time to let Uber and Lyft know that this particular driver is safe, professional, and reliable. You will also see a small map that shows you the route the driver is taking to reach you. You can follow the route in real time. So do not worry if you see the vehicle on the map stop for a minute or two. The driver is probably sitting at a traffic light or stuck in traffic. One of the benefits of the GPS is being able to see the driver arrive in real time. As you see the driver vehicle move closer to your pickup spot, Lyft or Uber will begin to send you messages, text messages that is, on your phone, and they tell you the vehicle is approaching and you should be ready. Sometimes you need to contact the driver before they come. Have you ever done that, Maria?
Yes, I have contacted the driver who pulled up opposite the side of the street where I was standing, and he had to turn around to pick me up. But that was only once he had stopped driving and I could see on the map that he was close by.
You make a really good point. We all know that it's against the law to text and drive. You want to minimize occasions for texting.
One thing to note is that the driver never has your personal phone number. Sometimes there may be an occasion where you need to cancel your ride, but the driver is already on the way. From this screen, you will swipe up and tap Cancel. Uber and Lyft will ask again if you want to cancel. Tap Cancel again, and that driver will no longer be assigned to you. Sometimes a small fee will be associated with canceling a ride too late. You will need to re-enter the trip details and request a ride again if you decide you do want the ride after you cancel.
If you can, look like you're waiting for a ride, or maybe like in the old days flagging a taxi, but flagging a taxi with a smartphone. When the vehicle stops, ask the driver their name and who they are picking up. During COVID, make sure you have a mask on, sit in the back seat, and open the window at least a little bit. You might be tempted to put away your phone now that you are seated in the car, but that's not a good idea. First, if you swipe to the bottom of the screen, you'll see the safety kit for both Uber or the Lyft app. Ride hail is very safe, so you will probably never need to use it, but it's good to know that you can call 911 if you needed to by tapping right inside the app. Second, when you keep the app open, you can see the route that the driver will take. Generally, the app picks the route that will take the least amount of time. Sometimes it's not the one you are most familiar with, but it's based on traffic patterns. You could suggest a different route, but that choice is up to the driver. When you get to your destination, do not forget to take your phone. People leave their phones and other items behind in the vehicle all the time, but we will show you what to do if that happens. Okay, Maria, it looks like we're here. Do you want to show people what happens after the trip?
Sure. Very soon after you leave the car, Lyft or Uber will contact you via text or notification. You'll be asked to rate the driver and leave a tip. These are both optional, but we recommend that you do both. If you have time, you can complete this step right after you exit the vehicle, or you can go back into the app and do it later. Jane and I think this is a really important step. Do you want to explain why, Jane?
All drivers must maintain a rating above 4.6. It means, in a general sense, that they are driving safely, they are polite, and the vehicle is clean. This is not the same rating scale for a Hollywood movie or your favorite book. So if everything on the ride was okay, rate your driver with 4 or 5 stars.
We mentioned that you can find a phone if you had the misfortune of leaving it in the vehicle. Let's open your account details. It looks like 3 horizontal bars in the upper left corner. We call this the hamburger or sandwich. There's lots of filling to discover. Under your trips, you will see full information for past trips, the driver tip, the amount, and the rating you gave the driver. You can also find a lost item here, report a safety issue, and more. You might want to go into the settings and adjust the privacy policies, particularly how the app can use your GPS data. And it's a good place to store addresses that you do use over and over again, so you don't have to type them in each time. You can update credit cards and payment information, but the best thing, the most nutritious thing inside the hamburger is called a guide to Uber, or for Lyft, this is called Getting Started and Frequently Asked Questions. Feel free to explore this if you have more questions about how Uber and Lyft function. Here, you will have everything we went over today and more. The key is you can read it and play with it before you ever request a ride.
Hey Maria, are you ready to ride and roll?
Yes, let's go, but I do need a quick recap. So let's quickly review those key screens. First is the destination. Where do you want to go today? Second is what kind of car do you want to travel in? Third is, am I standing in the right place? And can the vehicle easily spot me? Is it safe for the driver to pull over where I'm standing? Before I get in the car, have I confirmed the license plate of the vehicle, and after that, the name of the driver?
Here's where we're standing right now, but there's so much traffic right here, Maria. I think we need to walk just a couple of feet away to a different address where it's safer for the driver to pull over.
Okay.
And then when we get there, we'll put in the new address. It won't delay us at all.
Okay.
Okay.
That sounds good.
All right, let's go.
Hey, Maria, remember to check the license plate, okay?
Okay.
All right. I'll check the license plate. All right. Can you give me your name?
My name's Eileen.
Oh, hi, Eileen.
How are you, Maria?
Yes, I'm
Okay. What a pretty car.
Same.
So great. I really appreciate it. Had a great ride tonight.
Okay, don't forget to take your phone.
Oh, good point. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
I always like to do 15%, and I think that's this setting over here.
Okay. Yeah,
Perfect.
that sounds good.
All right. All the
5
way.
stars.
Yep.
Tip the driver.
Tip the driver, and we're done.
So if you'd like to give it a try, you can check with your senior center. You could also check with another friend, and maybe 2 of you could hook up and practice using the app together. Again, as I said, it is not brain surgery. And if 2 of you sit together and get the app all set up, you'll feel comfortable using it. And you're more apt to try it and do it maybe with your friend. Go out for a test ride, practice using the app.
We have enjoyed having you along for the ride and hope you have had as much fun as we have. Remember to play with the app on your phone, and if you want more training, many councils on aging are offering help with these new technologies. Enjoy your ride.